This week, the Atlantic is truly in the spotlight, drawing the attention of meteorologists and coastal communities alike. That's because Tropical Storm Imelda and Hurricane Humberto are both making headlines, dominating weather discussions. Imelda, hovering just off the Florida coast, is struggling to strengthen due to persistent dry air, but forecasters say it could still become a hurricane soon. Meanwhile, Hurricane Humberto, which is both stronger and moving faster, is already curving out to sea, sparing the U.S. mainland from a direct hit. These two storms are interacting, not acting alone. Humberto's presence is actually steering Imelda away from the coast, changing the forecast. The initial setup raised real concerns for flooding and damaging winds in Florida and the Carolinas, but so far, the worst has been avoided. Imelda's moisture is reaching far inland, bringing clouds and showers to the northeast, but the most dangerous weather remains safely offshore. Thanks to their unique interaction, the U.S. faces a near miss this time, rather than a widespread disaster. This rare scenario sets the stage for an unusual and memorable weather event in the Atlantic. Imelda and Humberto are performing the Fujiwara Effect, a rare meteorological dance that only happens under special conditions. This phenomenon occurs when two storms get close enough to orbit each other, creating a mesmerizing spectacle in the atmosphere. Think of it as two dancers spinning together on a stage, each one subtly influencing and changing the other's path as they move. Humberto, being the stronger storm, is pulling Imelda away from the U.S. coast, shifting her trajectory out to sea. This rare interaction is the main reason the Carolinas avoided major flooding and widespread damage this week. Last year, a similar setup led to disaster, but this time, the Fujiwara effect is steering danger away and offering a sigh of relief. By Friday, the storms will finally separate, ending their brief but dramatic partnership in the Atlantic. This highlights just how interconnected our atmosphere is. One storm can dramatically alter another's path, even from hundreds of miles away. Meteorology isn't just about tracking one storm, but about understanding the entire pattern and how these forces interact. The Fujiwara effect turned what could have been a major threat into a fascinating weather lesson for all of us. For the East Coast, especially Florida and the Carolinas, the news is good. No major impacts from Imelda or Humberto. Residents and local officials had braced for the worst, but the storms shifted course, sparing these areas from significant damage. Imelda's outer bands brought only minor rain and wind, while Humberto kept the storm's core offshore. Most communities experienced just brief showers and breezy conditions, with no major disruptions to daily life. The Carolinas and Virginia, often vulnerable to flooding, will see only scattered showers. Rivers and streams are expected to remain within their banks, and no evacuations are planned. No tornadoes or catastrophic flooding are expected, a huge relief for the region. Emergency services remain on standby, but the threat level is low. The U.S. dodged a bullet thanks to the storm's interaction, which steered them away from the coast and prevented a direct hit. However, Bermuda is now in Imelda's path and preparing for hurricane-force winds, storm surge, and flooding. Residents are taking urgent precautions as the storm approaches. The island faces a much more serious threat than the U.S. mainland, with officials warning of possible power outages and dangerous conditions. It's a reminder that even when the U.S. is spared, others in the Atlantic can be at risk. The hurricane season brings uncertainty for many coastal communities. Our thoughts are with Bermuda as they brace for impact, hoping for safety and a swift recovery in the days ahead.